So private placements are what we call unregistered securities. There are most stocks that you buy that you'd be familiar with, your Apple, Microsoft, IBM, General Motors. These are what are called registered securities. They have to be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they have to have this big disclosure document that tells you all the reasons why you should or shouldn't invest and all the risks associated with investing in this particular investment. There are certain thresholds for having to be registered. There are a lot of investments that don't meet, and that's a very costly process. Registration is an extremely costly process. So when someone's looking to raise a smaller amount of money, there are certain safe havens or avenues of which they can use to raise money that don't cause them to have to register their securities. Those are what are called unregistered securities. And private placements fall into that group for the most part of unregistered securities. They still have to make certain disclosures to you in their documents, but they're not registered with the SEC. So private placements are usually the form that people use to raise smaller amounts of money to do different types of investment products or projects with. That's what a private placement is. And you have to, in order to, you have to meet certain parameters as an issuer of private placements on how much you can raise and from whom you can raise the money. And then on the other side, on the investor side, they have to meet certain criteria to be able to participate in a private placement. So while it's not as heavily regulated as a registered security, there's certainly rules that have to be followed in selling unregistered private placements.